Hello, we're live on Facebook. Although I don't know if anybody on Facebook. We're live on YouTube. Welcome YouTube crowd. The vast and expansive YouTube crowd they have. Which I wonder how that works. And hopefully welcome Twitch. Huh. Chat. Because, you know, when people come, I'm gonna just do the next few documents. Yeah, I was counting. I'm looking at promises today. I've been running through the actors of Margherita, of the Master Maggiore. I am an idiot. Am I an idiot? Maybe I'm an idiot. What does this look like? So I'm 12 missing from the set. What's 99 minus 12? That's 87. Okay, cool. Nice, okay. Okay, that makes sense. Right, cool. Right, okay. So I've done 97, 107, 117 documents today. Which is good. You know what, then let's take a break from documents. I'm gonna finish. I have 12 left before I finish a set. Last few sets of episodes are very easy, which is why I went fast to them. The Kevin, I'm doing great. I did my laundry. I worked my bed sheets, which is fantastic. I've done 117 documents today, which is very good. Hello, Dr. Bob. I also didn't leave the house yet, which is also very restful. I checked out Outer Wilds, which seems like a really interesting space game. I don't know if you played it. Having a lovely coffee right now. So, yeah. I am picking this document up today because there is a reference to Florinis Aueris, which is pretty exciting if you know what that is. So let's get started with this. How are you guys doing? How are you, Kevin? How are you, Dr. Bob? How come you're not working today? Is it just day off? Also, what was it you were saying on Twitter about putting the reason why you want the fellowship? Because I apologize, I didn't read very carefully. Because I never open Twitter. Besides for posting when I go live. I've been reading my Byzantine book again. Oh, that's good. Notes are so insanely powerful. Oh, no, you're honestly right. I'm working on a fellowship application. Sorry, I apologize. For some reason, I confused the two icons of the Kevin and Dr. Ba on Twitch. You look quite similar in a weird way. I'm working on a fellowship application. I put a little verb. I love using the lil, lil. It's pretty cool. About how a 658 will help me finish my book. It would definitely help you. What book are you writing? Where are you at in Byzantine history, Kevin? Mensis Septembris. By the way, do you see what we're looking at today? Very different writing from last time, isn't it? Very different. Fair enough. Monograph Matilda, pretty important. Why am I having? Look briefly at implementation of the themata system and how that changed political climate. After I finish the book, I will make a list of works that are interesting to read. Dude, you're awesome, man. I love your enthusiasm in reading. confitator. Confitator. It's a broader review of around 150 pages that explain all the major actors, major events. And yeah, that's awesome. That's a really helpful. Peter, just Peter. Very helpful beginning, isn't it? What are you gonna do for your monograph, Matilda? About 8 de Marliano. Capellanus Domini Arci Episcopi. I mean, yeah, I'm aware, yeah, but like, how much? I guess my question was, which I didn't ask at all. How much you're gonna cut out of your thesis? How much is gonna be the same? What does it look to transform a thesis to a monograph? Deputatus. Ooh, deputatus is a word. Ah. You see the caveat, by the way, talking about abbreviations. Putat. I was like, what is this madness? And it's like, oh, deputatus. Connects, even though it doesn't seem like it connects. Madness. Exigendum taleam sive in pesi again in positionem. Some teams. Ooh, okay, why do you have to substantially change it? It sounds awesome though. I love themes. I love thematics. Ok. Anno. Ah, okay. I guess given theses are generally available for everybody, it doesn't there's not much point in having a research for it. Oh. Today's my dad's birthday, by the way. Isn't it cool? People were born. I was born many years ago. Exigendum. Question for you. I already know this. Non exogendo, but exigendo. How did they use Matilda in the context of the First Crusade? Or do you mean a crusade more broadly as a normal against the Arabs? Actually, neither, actually, isn't it? Civitatis et diocesis Mediolani tam exemptis quam non exemptis. Wait, why do you use vice versa there? Oh, I see it. Because actually they didn't use it, that's the point. Yeah, fair, yeah. They don't use it, or they don't look at her. De 1300 florinis aureis. What? I didn't realize that the golden... I thought it was in the 14th century that they invented. I guess it was in the 13th. Fiorino... Because a Florinis aureis must be from Florence, right? Is that where it's from? What is the other one with them? Oh, god damn it. I don't understand why my keyboard keeps switching to English. I hate English as a keyboard. It's so stupid. Oh. Let's look at Wikipedia. Name 52. Oh, okay. Why are they using golden florins in Milan? Isn't that interesting, guys? Come on. Pretty cool. Dandis et soluendis Veneri. Patri. Domino. B. Dei gratia episcopum Poituenus. You think this is a bishop from Poitiers? Hey, Lizard. Is it normal to see golden florins in Milan in the 13th century? Apostolice sedis legato pro ipsius. Elizar, well, no, Elizar is a smart person. Oops. Precious procurationibus recepisse et habuisse a monastero maiori liber viginto sex et solidos not common possible. Okay, that was a long text answering. It's good. Domini it denario. What number is this, guys? What number is this? Right, so Crusades as just the very literal, non-manga left out, yeah. But if you open up as a long pilgrimage, you get a lot more. I have to hear about the game went. Oh, photo on Twitter. I didn't see that. Well, I'll give you my own, and Elazar can give you his own. We should organize a I have 20 notifications. Jesus. Sorry, I rarely look at Twitter, and even more rarely look at Twitter, my own Twitter. Oops. It's pretty cool. Yeah, so I think the game went pretty well actually. So later I can tell you more, but basically it worked. The game worked. So I don't know if you know the structure of it. By the way, what number is this, guys? Denario, Sipo, Dupo, Ripe, Ripom. Give me help with this. You can say she has something like a positive effect recruiting people for promoting the world of progress. Also, she was also meant to be a main investor in it, right? At some point. So the game structure is basically like we have this 4-turn structure where you play as a city, as a family in a city. Sorry, a family is in a city, and generally there is an opposing family that you're fighting against, and you're aiming to take control of the city, right? And you could take control of the city through basically fighting against the opponent family with the help of other families around the region, right? So there are going to be, we're 6 players, 8 players. How many were we? 6 plus 1, yeah. And you fight with a thing called military points. It's basically like a way to get more dice in a fight, and there are your units of some kind, mercenaries or like your knights, your whatever, your crossbowmen, your catapults from your towers, and you the main side underlying principle of the church had a real big. Yeah, so she built the culture that allowed crusades to become possible, or she helped to do that. I think we should. You know what we should do as a this is well we can talk more, but we should just try and see what happens. You know, even using my Discord that would be fun. And so the point of the game, of course, is to grow in military power, and you can buy that either through economic power, which is just gain, or through interacting with like the papacy, the empire, the kingdom of Sicily, right? And then the last part of the game, let's say, is another way you gain the power is to trading with others, right? And I think that's probably the part I like the most of the game, and I think worked pretty well. And until we were tinkering with it, is the idea of like trading in secret with other players. And we're working on like secret, maybe not secret. Nobody help me with a number, by the way. I don't know where. I don't know what this number is. If anybody could give me an idea. And so there is this cool thing where like it worked pretty well actually in the pub. We tried both. We tried going around and saying, okay, I want to get 1 unit of military power. Who's willing to trade for it? And we tried to do it in secret. And I think both work well, but the first one was too slow. While secrets, you can say, okay, you have 5 minutes to make trades, go, right? And for example, and you can like say, okay, I will give you in next turn or whenever 3 military units if you pay me now 2 gold, right, or something. And so that was interesting. That was really good. I think that's pretty fun. And yeah, as Alistair said, it worked. It was long and it's raw and whatever, as you say, but we just need to balance it a little bit. A teensy bit. Balancing is not maybe the best. And funnily enough, I was just talking about it. We kind of the results of the game were quite historically accurate, which is interesting. And like the three, because there were like 3 Guelph families more or less, and 3 Ghibelline families more or less. And although that wasn't really stated, like the alliances formed pretty clearly. There were like the 3 Guelphs kind of united. Pretty fun. Guess nobody know what number this is. That's fine. Tertiolarum. I need to translate this document a little bit. Did I do a just transcription, just summary of the game, Alice? What do you think? What do you say? I guess you can correlate that to the definition of actor in your interaction. However, I do wonder if the contribution was significant enough to scale, and I wouldn't know how you even attempt to research something like that. How do you even attempt to research a contribution? I wouldn't know how to. Yeah. You would like to know. It's an interesting point, actually. Studying any. I think maybe you can correct me, but I find the idea of studying influence really difficult. Like in general, right? Like I'm looking at the influence that a family has on abbesses and on their religious communities, and it's like, how do you go about that? You know, it's not easy, not easy at all. Lots of assumptions happen. Actually, that is a chapter I didn't end up in my thesis. Oh, okay. What's your thought? I don't know that they can see characters and people roughly when, but the kind of very cool. Yeah. That is true, actually. That would be quite helpful, especially for like putting in a map. The Modena Cathedral and Arturian doors. Was that a chapter title? Talking about wait, are you talking about influence or talking about casualty in the Crusader Kings in Crusading warfare or Crusader improvements? What the flip is this word? Fin. Ego presbiteri 8 scripsi. ego genus et roncio notarius ius archiepiscopatus archipis. Am I audible? Yeah, I'm audible. Good. Posited a cathedral's head on a major route through the peninsula that was taken by people heading south on the crusade. That's actually a really interesting concept overall. And that entirety imagery and the portals align with the idea of going off to say somewhere for something bad. I see. Interesting. And so, because Matilda lived quite well after the First Crusade went down, right? Oh shit, my headphones are dying again. Yeah, 15, yeah. People went, and now exactly, and what exact causality is what people in the region of Matilda, and if you discern their influence, be directly. I know there are stories of lords like Bohemian of Taranto, like kiss crosses to his men. Interesting. I didn't know that. Okay, in the 1283 on Monday, the 15th day of the month, September, confitetur presbiterotto de Marliano, capellanus domini archiepiscopi, Mediolani, deputatus ad exigendum taliam sive in posizione. What's exigendum? Whoa, the weather today is really crazy. It was raining very badly like 5 minutes ago, and now it's sunny outside. Very, very Glasgow. Well, it's more Glasgow in May than Glasgow in October, but oh well. Exigendum. Drive out. Okay. Finish. Examine. Examine as well. Cool. Taliam. Taliam? What could Taliam, maybe? Taliam, talis. Such, so great, so excellent, such kind. Or it could be a sheep knucklebone. Okay. Or a dice game. Because Taliam means bar. Like a bar. Pull up bar. Oh! Oh! Okay. Really? Why does it not come up then? Yeah, I forgot. Why the thanks, that's really good to know. I didn't realize that. Huh. So the tax or the imposition is requesting or counting tax imposition of this year done on the clergy of the city, right? And of the Diocese of Milan, and exemptis tam. What's tam? So it's taxes basically. Both. Thank you. Both those exempt and those not exempt. Cool. Did she patronize a building or imagery? I have read one aspect. Why could say a lot of animal is because they were in Japan and they watched lots of joking. They created an image of universal church and straight away from locality. Cross on and going. What do you mean locality? That's interesting. And going on, the pilgrimage in the name of Jesus, which I think was never stated before, are examples of the universality. Do you think the imagery falls under? I mean, just a point. Catholic means universal, right? So I think the universal church is not necessarily a new concept as a baseline, right? So a Catholic church is stripped of titles before this point, so she would have been able. Interesting. Okay, so both exempt and non-exempt of 1,300 florins. Dandis e solvendis, being given and being paid to the venerable father, Lord B, the Pope. So this is tax to the Pope, I guess. Interesting. And so I guess the monastery is paying their tax for this big tax. That's a lot of money, isn't it? It's quite a lot of money. Very interesting, very interesting. I think we get lots of these documents of the monastery paying taxes to the diocese. Interestingly, you don't get this a lot from smaller monasteries, it seems to me, which is quite something. Maybe taxes only in bigger places? I don't know much about this, but I'm very interested now. It's great. Okay, very good. That took half an hour. Any thoughts on that document? I'm going to do some more work in the meantime. These are promises. Promises are really actually quite straightforward. 79, I've done this one. By the way, Dr. Bob, question about your PhD. Because have you found anything in your research that you did not expect to find? Did you go in with an idea and was that confirmed? Or did you go in with an idea and you were like, new things? I think that aligns with the concept of jus bellum justum, justification. But I think particularly in Italy, you have to remember that they are in the pre-commune period, so they're moving in some ways away from the overarching feudal lords towards municipal governance. They are indeed. And when we say overarching feudal lords, we mean the bishops oftentimes. At least in Milan. Promisi et vadiam dedit. Do we still have the word Elizard guadia in Italian? Dedit et se omnia sua bona pignore obligavit exando auxilio epistole. Getting more and more local leaders modern as cathedral goes forward with no bishop altogether. Is that a local thing, Dr. Ba? Who was ruling the diocese in the time? Consiglio logis et visus no one. Okay. That's interesting, right? Our archbishop had died recently in Glasgow. And it's like, you wonder how the diocese who takes the decision. You cannot ordain priests. I guess you go to the other priests around you to ordain them. Posit Paxius filius quondam Gilberti de Comite, qui habitat in loco quinto de Stampis. I love doing this research because you meet Interesting. Very interesting. How long were they bishopless for? Domine Petra de Ossis, Dei gratia monasteri maioris mediolani venerabili abatisse. Suo nome e capitoli conventi dicti monasteri. Ita prodebit et solvet eidem domini abatis. So this guy is paying to her. Took quite a while. Oh, it's not that long. Quite a few dioceses are absent, are bishopless. Milan is a bishopless for quite a while in a period as well. Interesting. Yeah. That were indeed. Interesting. Yeah, what do you think of my question before, by the way? How much were you surprised by your research in your doctorate? Because I am sometimes surprised actually what I'm finding. Anyway, so this is by a guy to the abbess of the monastery. I love when the abbess acts. It's so good. So good for my own data. Petra de ossis. By the way, ossis, we're not talking about bones, we're talking about birds, I think. But the fact that I moved forward with the new cathedral, Sans Bishop is really cool. Yeah, it is really cool, for sure. For sure. Look how long this promises. I think that, no, this is a different document actually. This is not that long. It's only 2 pages. Wait, what? Wait, did I mess it up? I think I did. Volunteer about this topic for 10 more years. I think I was surprised about the lack of critical scholarship regarding Matilda, figure of agency. A lot of it still operates on piety as a moving factor, so that surprised me. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Makes a lot of sense actually. Did I mess this up? What am I doing? What have I done? What have I done? Is an investiture? Wait, what? What the heck? Have you just looked at this? Am I just crazy? Did I look at something different? Oh my god. Oh Lord Almighty, that's really bad. I look, okay. Confusion time. Look at the numberings, right? This is 799. This is 799.2. And this is 799, and these are all different documents. What was I thinking? Gosh darn it. Yeah, that's actually fascinating, isn't it? The lack of scholarship sometimes you're like, why is this not being studied yet? What the heck? Seems such a clear topic of exploration. Okay. By the way, look at these things. I really like when they show documents like on top and at the bottom of things. I find that really fascinating. Quadiam dedit obligando omnia sua bona opinione, Jacobus, qui dictor. Yeah, and yeah, take your time as well, right? There is, I mean, don't forget that the Middle Ages is around 1,000 years, a short period, and like a lot of things happen in it. What was I talking to? Gosh. Oh yeah, I was I was on a park and I met a guy talking about history, and he was like, yeah, like, cause talking about history and like talking about Middle Ages, like, yeah, like 11th, 12th century, and then before the Dark Ages, I'm like, what is this Dark Ages business? It's like 600 years extra. You're just like, not. Of course, don't you do that? It's the funnest thing in the park to do. Was an old guy. No, it was a lovely guy. Lovely guy. Jacobus, again the committee. I really should write this down. Oh, it's just the son of a guy committee. Sorry about the noise. I am not dead yet. But I might be soon, and then I just easily be any kind of dead. Well, soon, probably a couple of years, to be honest. Not that soon. So this is again Petra de Ozis, Pietra de Ozis, of the birds have done lots of documents. You should check out. Oh, whoa, what's this? Secret guide. Let's check it out. By the way, the thing you sent us, really cool. Oh yeah, famous lady. But unfortunately, to apply, you need to be a little bit less white and male than we are, and a bit less studied in Europe than we are, unfortunately. Well, I don't say unfortunately much. It's just that's how it is. I know this lady. I studied Weimar of Salerno. It's really cool. Wow. Okay, that's awesome. I know, but the requirements are like okay. The requirements are let me. I don't know if you read them, but they're they're fair enough. But really, we fall into the please don't apply for this requirement area. You know, if you look at it, let's see if I can. Where was it? Yeah, the caveat you should read up on Robert de Guiscard and Robert Guiscard. Robert Guiscard is awesome. It's awesome, 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 awesome. Really cool guy. I know, fair enough. Yeah. But it's like virtual reality, not our biggest thing. Research in non-European region. Studies in European region, they're not in Italy, France, Germany, and France, or in the Kingdom. Research writing communities. Maybe I could do that. Is a member unrepresented racial, I think, whatever. And it's in progress. I will literally hit now the criteria. It's actually pretty funny. I must admit. That's how it's be like. Okay. I probably won't, but I might. Don't shout at me. I know, but like, I don't want the, Fair. That's a good point. What do you think about Elizard? I heard about the feud. He and his brother Roger, if I remember correctly, Roger needed well to marry something, so he did things that were not threatened by Robert, and even went against him. I don't know about that much. I forgot that I did it in first year. Why didn't you like Robert Guiscard, Dr. Bot? Because he was like a violent marauder that stole people was a robber. That's true. I guess the point is like, oh, interesting, but not like over my cup of tea. And it's like, oh, actually, they also don't really want me, so I'm like, fine, that's okay. Although it would be actually really quite fun. It would be quite fun, quite useful to learn. By the way, Elizard, they also pay you to get a proper graphics card. So, ooh, who is he? Who is he again? Is that what you call Pocas? I think he ended his days in Montados. That's interesting monastery in Montados. It still exists, right? No, yeah. If you see, did he fight like the Bulgars or something? Is he the Bulgars layer? No. Basically fucked off while Rome was being ransacked and only came into action when it was convenient to him. Yeah, bloody warlords from France. What do you expect from Normans, I mean, yeah, no. I'm not particularly a fan of Robert Guiscard, but his history is pretty interesting. I think the whole Norman conquest of Sicily and southern Italy is quite fascinating. What religion is witchcraft? What is that even? So Pocas was a regent for Basil the second round. And into Greek, making the agency safe again. Got the name from that of Saracens because they would turn pale. Fair dues, man. Yeah, Catholic, but a bit like Dresden Catholic, you know? Dresden Files is like quite a Catholic book. It's quite funny. Like his best friend is like this like paladin knight kind of guy. I remember he also published a highly regarded matrimony. Yeah, probably, because I heard of him for sure. Secondo die, indizione undecima, in pubblica vicinanza locorum de Arozio e de Bogonzio, e Cassinas, citarum in territorio rictorum locorum iuxta portam, Cuseri loci de Aroxio, congregata. Dominus Alcherius de Osa, which is the same as the Osis, Syndicus et Procurator Domine Petie Dei Gratia Monasteri Maioris Mediolani Venerabilis Abatisse et Capituli et Conventus eius dem Monasteri nomine predicte Domine Abatisse et Capituli et Conventus eius dem Monasteri. Petuit Enrico de Cantono de loco Aroxio et Natium de Monte de loco Bugonzio et quilibus eorum qui ambo steterunt consules praetorum locorum et Cassinarum. Per menses quatuor finites ad calendes septembris, huius presentis anni ut danet, sibi predicto modo et nomine guadiam pro eo et eoque ipsi non consigna verunt predicte domina Batisse ne capitolo ne convento dicti monasteri non nuncius eius omnia banna. I love the word banna because now in Italian is like to get banned, to be bannare. It's quite interesting. Et emendantis per eos vel alique meorum vel per. Maybe it was scrap after 751 when the Lombards took over Ravenna from the Byzantines. However, I must concede that they did destroy a lot when Belisarius started conquering everything back. Why was it crap? It wasn't crap. Come on. Lombards are not bad. Are you guys impressed with my reading? My sight reading of this document? Oh, just flexing a bit. It's fun. Okay, so basically it's the two counselors of Arosio. There is a whole... You know what's annoying? A certain Elisa Occipinti, who I think is a pretty nice, very good historian. I really like her. Absolutely slaps. Italian Romanesque and Gothic though. I'm just too much of a Byzantine fanboy. A very toxic Byzantine fanboy, that's true. I mean, you soon start reading about other things, you get a lot of other things. What does it mean to slap? Is that a good or a bad thing, Dr. Bob? I'm not quite sure. What was I saying? I was saying about... Oh yeah, Elisa Occipinti wrote a whole book on the landed interest of this monastery in Arosio. Funny thing, when I went to Milan to read it, the book was checked out. Can you believe that? Like, the randomness book nobody cares about is checked out when I go to Milan to read it. Hey. That was annoying. That one time was in the library. I need to go back. I know, it's annoying. It's annoying because, like, I've been busy, so that was the last day I could go to the library. You need to book and stuff. Yeah. That's actually a very annoying thing of, like, I know COVID is problematic in many ways, but the way that it annoyed me a lot is that the Milan library is divided by subject, but you need to book. Yeah, you should. First of all, is great. Primary is like fantastic. I think I don't know. I think universities should focus more on primary sources but more importantly, how to use them. I was speaking to a friend of mine the other day about her thesis, undergraduate thesis. She's like, "Oh, do you have any advice? Or what should I do?" I was like, "Where are you at?" And she was like, "So what are primary sources and secondary sources?" I'm like, "Lord, you're in fourth year, but it was the same. I think I have enough knowledge now about the classical medieval ages to kind of grasp certain stuff. Yeah, and primary sources are the way you learn. Primary sources are like pretty fun. Okay, what do we get here? We get iniziano decima promisite quali undated, and they work with different versions of the Bible as a primary source. That's quite interesting. That's quite interesting, yeah. And auxilio, blah blah blah, legis, possit Manfredus filium quandam Zanabelli de netta qui habitat in loco culiate, Fabiasco. Domine Petra de Osis, blah blah. Yeah. I love when she just act in person. It's so cool. So cool. What do you guys should think I should do on Monday? Because I feel transcription is not as fun as it used to be. What do you use Bible for? Like, yeah, what was your research? Okay. I used the Tenach to verify if the Old Testament writing was modified a lot too now. I want to know if the description of Daniel, the Throne of God, was changed. Oh, interesting. Was it? What do you find? 7.3. In pecunia numerata e non in aliqua alio re, libre sedicem, hebarfagna, et medie tertiolarum, et misuras duas lignorum, boni, et something, tractus, 100 messages today, nice. E consignato in dictum monasterio, cum omnibus et expensis dampnis. I love that they write dampnis with a P in between, that's such a strange thing. Any news, Dr. Ba, on your application for Leeds? Also, Barfagna, how are you doing? Wie geht's? How's your German coming along? Promisero, by the way, I don't know if you're noticing, but I'm doing promises, which is why I can go fast, because it's the same type of document over and over again. What's wrong? Yeah. What happened? Why are you asking? Everything should be fine, yeah. We got Barfagna in the chat as well. I just finished the transcription and went to a bit of document work because, I am stressed and I want to finish this thesis eventually, so that would be good. And so I kind of go into document work as soon as I can. And coffee really helps me to get more tense and more ready to work. It's a bit like an addiction now. Promiserunt equadiam dederunt. Like, do you feel me being stressed, or do you feel the being stressed together? Is that dederunt e se et omnia sua bona pignori obligaverunt. Hey, I exude stress and I put stress into my stress when they're already stressed. It's great. I love it. It's a positive reinforcement cycle. The meditation guide on Netflix. Interesting. Cut to the night and recite a list of things to do for on the move. Oh god. It sounds like you're... When are you guys moving? Couple of weeks time? Is that so soon? Poor Riley. It's like, stop it. I'm already stressed. Denunziando beneficio 9. Oh man, that's so soon. Gosh. Ricardus et Jacobus qui dicitur Catanius, fratres filiu quondam progrerio de comite, qui habitat in loco quinto de Stampis, domine Peter de Osis, de gratia monasteri majoris. Great. And I think the family of comite is very, very family of comite, quinto de Stampi. I'm gonna read all the messages, 1 second. Brothers. By the way, if you're wondering why am I not actually reading what they're promising, because I already done that. I already recorded what they're actually saying in this document, but I've not recorded who's saying it. So, the caveat you said, it was to grasp the Hellenic influences on the book of Daniel. Okay. Okay, those writings in Daniel are very similar to description in internal relations. Spiritual relation is possible that description of God. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely. Very interesting. Ooh, good luck getting an apartment, man. That sounds hard. Yeah, that's really cool. That's a really cool point, the caveat. That's a really interesting question. Was very conceptual. Are you answering yourself, Dr. Bot, or is it? How does this work? But is this all you can do in this case since there are knowledge sources? Yeah, difficult. But it's good. It's a good thing to ask and to explore, right? The stress, a trigger from a weird sleep stuff. Oh, very interesting. Very interesting. That's really interesting, actually. It's also really, really scary. Not scary, but like, I don't know, stress is weird. That's cute. Tuck him means like you put the covers under him, right? Or something, like covered him up, made him into a burrito. What the heck? Ricardus, the comite. I don't really record that this guy's doing things. Oh well, I'm not. Ooh, burrito. Dude, I've been so hungry all the time. Do you get, that's bad. Do you get hungry stress? Like, yeah, but do you get hungry stress? Because I really get hungry stress all the time and it's annoying. So annoying. That I was using as a primary source from Moran. Modern Bible will change the law compared to Quebec. It would seem logical that Christians would not have influenced the way it's being written. Oh, shame. Shame, 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 shame. You should ask your library to get it, to the university to buy it for you. Oh god, I'm an idiot. I'm a flipping fool. It's okay, not that bad. You don't. 819 717. Lols. I mean, that's probably true, to be honest. But you also have access to real burritos. That doesn't, you know. Oh, ice cream and paper, right? Okay, cool. Then yeah, you can ask him. But you could try now. Ask your university library to get it for you. I really want to record this. Oh well. Oh yes, that's true. Dude, that would be lovely. I am so excited for Leeds. Also, my supervisor was happy with my. I not told him yet, like that was I even proposed for a thing, and I called him yesterday night, and he was like, "That's great. I'm also gonna be in Leeds." I'm like, "Yay, nice." And my supervisor is great. I quite like him. Tabaha. Sure, nothing like Southwest USA, obviously, but there are a couple of good places in Glasgow. Way too much. It was to briefly explain the elements of Christian art. It was the only source I could get. Yeah, you know the caveat. I feel you. And also, don't worry about it. You know, I think you'll find. I found myself using the same source over and over, secondary source, until even now. I often, if the source is really good and explains an idea pretty well, it's okay to just cite that. No problem. The problem comes if you are not using other perspectives, right? So it's fine to get your basic information from one area, but if you're not using anything else, then you're probably missing something out. Of course, high school paper, it's a level that we are okay with, it's not a problem. I mean, also when you can make them, it's why go out, Burritos are not hard to make, right? What's a burrito even? How does that work? Barcelona, have you enjoyed burritos in Medicine these days? Are there any good places there, Dr. Bob? Pax use the comments. Again, this family is very important. I need to I hope I can note that somehow. Well. Regrets. Yeah, I made a mistake. Ooh. Dude, oh man, no, I'm getting hungry. Tamales. What's tamales? What's in a burrito too? I'm not quite sure. I'm quite ignorant on Italian food. Legges Petre Ossiste, grazie abatissimo. Zoop. Isn't it nice when the abyss just does her thing? It's great. She's in lot 17, 19, 20, 26. 17, 19, 20, 26. It was more that I was implementing those ideas in the context of the Santa Prudencia. So, for instance, when the deists start portraying Christ distinguished from other pagan gods, also use that as an argument why there are a lack of depiction of Christ, if I Antichrist, used in evolution. Interesting. I'm not sure if I understand the last part of your text there, the keyword. Tamales are delicious. They are shredded meat wrapped in a cornmeal flour and then steamed. That sounds fantastic. Today's Friday. I must remember not to eat meat. Oops. Ooh, should I go? I kind of want to. Oh, I could get tamales. What does that mean? Is that how you write tamal? Or tamales? Oh, that's how you pronounce it. Tamales. I'm sorry. Tamales. I didn't realize you should read it in Spanish and not in like tamales, right? Tamales. It's Spanish, right? The origin of the word. Yeah. Sorry. It's actually interesting when you read things in different languages, right? When your brain is like, that's Arabic. I'm like, tamales. I have after these 4 documents, I'm gonna have done 130 documents today, which is good, which is very good, which is very, very good. So noticing that the differences suck. Yeah, they're not that many differences actually. I think yeah, the differences are a few there, yeah, for sure. There are a lot of differences. Sorry, they're very different languages, But the pronunciation, I think, is quite similar. You think pronunciation is very different? I am speaking so fast. Lord Almighty have mercy on us. Ardericus, filius quondam bizonis de loco cornate, domine Petre de Ossis, Dei gratia monasteri, and gives promise. Good, great, awesome. Okay, gonna take me a while to read that, and then I'm gonna close the stream. It's 31. I'm gonna get some food, I guess, because I'm hungry. Yeah, Portuguese is such a different cadence of sounds. It's incredible. Okay. Well, I want to consult how Christ looks like before. Religion going to create an empire. Gente in Spanish. Gente. That's true. I forgot again was that documentation correctly for a minute. Stuff like that. Yeah. Interesting topic, Kevin. Seems like you're going in the deep there because you can see the depictions. Anyway, there's a lot there. There are some depictions of the depiction of Christ in the Roman catacombs of the 1st century. Maybe just depictions of Mary. Anyway, guys, that was a lovely stream. Thanks so much for tuning in. I apologize if I ended up working in the end, but it was a good transcription in the beginning. I enjoyed it. I learned some things. Thanks, Alexander, for the help. I'll be back on Monday. Didn't have beer until 600. That's cool. I didn't know that. That's awesome. Huh? I'm gonna be back on Monday with something. I am not streaming on Sunday because I'm cooking the whole day. And Saturday, I'm either playing with Elizard, some Dark Souls, or I'm gonna be busy and resting because I'm gonna be a long weekend. Yeah. Will I see everybody on Monday here? Is that anybody can come? Pagan iconography, and you cannot discern Christ compared to other pagan gods without other motives to tell the story. I didn't know that. Interesting. Excellent. Well, hope everybody else will be too. Yeah, panicking is good, man. Oh, you said packing. The packing is better than panicking, for sure. I'm gonna be panicking. I can do both at the same time. Packing is a great time to panic. That's generally when that happens most. Yeah, it's good. Yeah, packing panicking is the best. That is true. Very true. Alright, guys. See you. Have a beautiful weekend. And see you next week. Just panicky moves. It is right and just. Alright, goodbye. Good luck.